Evaluation contestant tonight is Paul Shaw. Paul Shaw.
Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters and Ting, we had a brilliant inspirational speech from Ting today about the mentor in his life. And he started out with a question: have you ever had a mentor in your life? And then he introduced the mentor. And the start was very intriguing because Ting brilliantly used this basketball as the mentor. And straight away it brought us into the speech because it was such an unusual object to state as your mentor. Ting also had some excellent humour in his speech. For example, he talked about the basketball team and how he was on it. And immediately we had in our mind, he was probably the star player. He probably shot 10 goals. But no, Ting brought in a twist to the humour. He was on the bench and he got a great laugh by adding that twist in. It's from this humour that my first recommendation comes. And that would be, I felt the speech could do with some extra humour at different points in the speech, just to break up the message a little bit. So it's one thing to say there should be more humour. How do we do it? In my opinion, it's a matter of writing some humorous content and then testing it before the audience. So next time you do it, try a couple of humorous parts and just see how that goes. My second recommendation for Ting would be staging tonight. So particularly where you've got the scene where you're playing basketball, Ting tended to be moving around quite well, but I'd like to see Ting anchored for that basketball part so we know this is the basketball court right here. Then you can go back to your narration in the middle. Lastly, I thought Ting had a really strong message tonight and he broke it down into those 3 points for us. And he made it very clear right from the start, talking about those 3 lessons. Then he elaborated on that right throughout the speech. And then he told us exactly what those 3 lessons were at the end. In summary, Ting had a punchy introduction with some humour. He then went on with the joke about being on the bench and got us all laughing even more. My 2 suggestions: a little bit more humour and think about using that staging area with more purpose. And finally, he had a brilliant message. So I'm sure Ting will continue to deliver inspiring speeches. Mr. Contest Chair.